The runway itself in total was about 1,000 feet long, but the runway deck was about 2/3 of that, meaning the margin of error was basically zero. Thus, in order to land such a craft on the deck with enough margin of safety, the ship really needed to be moving as fast as possible to make the plane's relative speed slow enough that it could stop in time before falling off the end. Using the cable system to stop the craft faster wasn't deemed a good option, as in all likelihood it would just have resulted in the landing gear being ripped off or the plane flipping over in a spectacular crash. Unfortunately, Chambers had previously granted the ship's engineers permission to take the Midway's engines partially offline for routine maintenance. After all, helicopters did not need or want that relative wind, especially when landing on a crowded deck. Said Chambers, "When I told the chief engineer that I needed 25 knots, he informed me that we didn't have enough steam. I ordered him to shift the hotel load to the emergency diesels." With this, the ship was able to achieve the requested speed, and Wang's landing was also helped by another 15 knots of headwind, further reducing his needed stopping distance. With that done and the deck as cleared as it was going to be, Wang was given the green light to land, ultimately doing so with textbook precision and with plenty of deck to spare, becoming a rare individual in relatively modern times to land such an aircraft aboard a military carrier. And thankfully for Captain Lawrence, he was not court-martialed for ditching the rather valuable military hardware to save Major Wang and his family, and instead he enjoyed a continuance of his successful career, eventually retiring as a Rear Admiral. In the aftermath of Operation Frequent Winds, the US ships continued to hang around for a few days off the coast, trying to pick up as many refugees from the water as they could. Finally, the order was given to head home, forcing the commanders to leave many thousands of people that had been promised evacuation behind. Now, the chances are you're not a military pilot, but if you'd like to get into some vehicle action, you should absolutely check out the game Crossout. Crossout is an online vehicle action game set in a post-apocalyptic future. Basically, what you do is construct your own crazy vehicle from the ground up, including flying vehicles, by the way, with all sorts of different parts. It's a super fast-paced game with lots of different game modes, and you've got pretty much limitless